The history books on the shelf.
Questions, Andy? No comment. You working for the police, you? I'm only messing.
Now, I have a question. What counts as a film?
I told you. It's a tune.
Welcome back to KidsKast, the podcast where we talk to inspiring guests about their journeys and the choices that shape their lives. My name is George. And my name is John. Today we're joined by Adam Cullen, a professional MMA fighter competing in Cage Warriors. Thank you for being here.
Thanks for having me.
What does a normal training day look like for you from start to finish?
Normal training day normally starts about 7 in the morning, and then I silence my alarm, and then I silence my next alarm, and silence my next alarm, and then by 8 o'clock I normally get out of bed, and then first thing breakfast. After I've loads of breakfast, me, because I'm proper fat. Like, honestly, if I didn't train, you wouldn't be able to sit me in this chair. I eat so much food, so loads of breakfast, loads of coffee. And then I'm in the gym at 10 in the morning then. And we start the day by listening to Paddy talking about whatever drama's happened to him. Some taxi driver has wound him up and he's going to kill him. Then when that's out the way, we actually start training. So 10 o'clock is our kickboxing session. Just do kickboxing for an hour with all the lads. Then 11 o'clock, we are grappling each other for an hour. 12 o'clock, I'm finished. I go home, have a sleep, have something else to eat. Then normally like 1 o'clock, some days I'm lifting, some days I'm running, some days I'm going boxing. And then I always have a nighttime session as well. I want to go back at like 6:30, so after this. And then I have a nighttime jiu-jitsu session. And by the time I get home, I'm so tired. By about 10 o'clock, I'm dead in bed until my alarm goes off in the morning.
What inspired you, or who inspired you to become an MMA fighter?
To become an MMA fighter, it's a bit of a weird one, to be honest. Like, I used to play like football a lot as a kid, but I was crap, you know. I weren't even any good. And I used to do athletics as well, so like 800 metres and 1500 metres. And everywhere I used to win, but never like the big competitions. So I hated it, and my brothers were like older than me, and they used to win races, and their times from when they were my age, I always used to compare myself, and I hated it because they were always faster than me. And then my brother bought a PlayStation game when he was like 13 or something, so I had been 11, and it was a UFC game, but I didn't even know what that was at the time. I thought it was like, you know, like Street Fighter or like something like that. And when you played the game, you unlocked fights. And I remember like unlocking this classic fight and this fight coming on the screen, and it was George St. Pierre. He was a Canadian guy, and like I was watching the highlights of this fight, thinking, "Wow, I thought these were like fake characters. All the names on the game, I didn't realize they were real people." And I watched this fight, and me being 11, I was like, "Yeah, I'd be good at that. I'm gonna do that." And I remember saying to my older brother, "I'm gonna be a fighter," and he was like, "Oh yeah, all right, bang, probably hit me or something." But no, and so then from then I just knew that like that was something I couldn't get out my head. Like I used to love the wrestling when I was young. So when I was like 6, I used to love wrestling. I was convinced I was going to be the next Batista. You probably don't even know who Batista is, do you?
I do.
Do you know who Batista is? Batista Bomb. I thought I was going to be the next Batista Bomber. And then by the time I turned 11, no one watched wrestling no more. And I was like, oh, I missed that like battle. And then I found the UFC, and I was like, I'm going to be a UFC fighter. I didn't know how I was going to do it, but from 11, I couldn't get it out of my head. And that was what inspired me. Just one little clip on one PlayStation game. My whole life just changed.
How did you learn how to fight?
I started going to this gym in close to mine, and I just turned up one day. I didn't know anyone. I just Turned up, it was behind someone's house. So I had to walk through someone's garden to get into the gym. And I just walked through this garden, knocked on this like shed because I found someone mentioned it online. So I just turned up and then basically just said, I want to be a UFC fighter, I want to join in. And then they let me join in, battered me. And I think they didn't expect me to come back the next day, but I was just so addicted, I just kept coming back. And that was it, wasn't anything crazy, it just kept showing up.
Who's your favourite fighter?
Who's my favourite fighter? Right now, it's probably Paddy. He's so exciting. Paddy's probably my favourite fighter. And get to see him every day, don't I? So it makes it even better.
How did you meet Paddy?
I met him in the gym. When I changed gyms and moved to Next Generation when I was 17, that was where Paddy was training. So I met him in there at the time. He'd have been 20 and just like young, crazy guy. But I'd seen him on YouTube, and that's why I knew who he was. But he was a bit under the radar then, you know what I mean? And that's where I met him. And I think the first time I ever met him, he battered me. So that was my brutal introduction to Paddy.
If you weren't an MMA fighter, what do you reckon you would be?
I'd probably have a dead boring job. Do you know what I mean? Like, I reckon I'd just have something dead boring and just not like it. Just go and watch the UFC every weekend. But I think I always wanted to be a wrestler though. That was it. I wanted to be in the WWE. And then that moved to MMA. And then now what would it be? Or maybe something like a pilot or something. But I'm not allowed to do that because I'm colourblind. So I'll be the world's worst pilot. So how does that work? Don't ever get on a plane. If you ever get on a plane and you hear my voice over the announcement like, oh yeah, we're off to Tenerife, get off. It's going to go wrong.
Have you got discipline in MMA?
Have I got discipline? You have to have discipline in anything that you're trying to do. So I feel like with me, I'm like, I don't go out and drink. I don't like stay up late. I don't do anything outside of what it takes to win fights, you know what I mean? So I feel like anyone who does anything at a good level, you've got to be disciplined.
What's your favourite part of training? The bit you enjoy most?
I just love anything that's like hard. Like I love training hard. I love sprints. I love like the late rounds of sparring when it's like you're both tired and you're both looking and thinking who's going to quit. I love all that bit. I'm horrible. I don't like all the technical stuff. I like getting nasty and really digging deep. I feel like that's where I live. That's my favourite bit, the horrible bit.
There a moment when you realise you had to take training in your career seriously?
Yeah, it was probably when I started doing MMA. Like I said, I used to play footy, but it was rubbish. But it's because I didn't take it seriously. Played like once a week, maybe in school, maybe whatever. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I hope I play for Liverpool one day. But I didn't deserve to play for Liverpool because I only trained once a week. Then when I was doing athletics, I was winning like the county stuff. I was Merseyside champion for 800 metres. And then the lads who were like winning the nationals. So I thought I was going to win the nationals for 800 metres. But the lads that win in the nationals, they were all training 6 times, 7 times a week. They were training twice a day, some of them. But I was only training twice a week. And I used to think, oh, why can't I have it? Why can't I win the nationals? And then when I come to MMA, I fell in love with it so fast. I wanted to train every day. And it sort of clicked to me that like, oh yeah, like anything you do, if you do it every single day and you give it all to it, like that's how you get good at stuff. So it was literally the complete change to MMA where it was like full commitment's the only way you can ever achieve full greatness.
How many hours roughly do you spend training a week?
A week? Oh my God. So today I've done 2 hours so far and I've got another 2 to do tonight, so that's 4. So say that like 5 times a week, it's 20 plus 2 hours on Saturday, probably about 22 hours, I'd say, a week. A lot, isn't it? Boring, isn't it?
Like around a day.
A full day. Should you do it all in one go, shouldn't I? Just do an all-nighter and then have the rest of the week off.
What's the biggest fight you've been taught so far?
Biggest fighting lesson? Probably losing and like learning that like losing doesn't mean anything. Like, if you lose something and then just give up, then like that, it does mean something, doesn't it? It means that like you've not got it in you. But if you lose and carry on and use it as like fuel to improve yourself and look at that and take it as a lesson, I think that the biggest lesson is that it's just never over. Like no one can ever say that this can't be done, or you can never doubt yourself, because as long as you use lessons and get better all the time, you can't lose.
What was your biggest fight? Your biggest win?
My biggest win was probably my last one. I fought a Brazilian guy in Newcastle, and it was a decent arena, a couple of thousand people there, and he was super tough. Like I battered him, and he just wouldn't go away. And it was good. It was the first time I won a decision. I've never gone the full length of a fight before. I've always stopped them early, and it was tough. I was so tired at the end, and my feet were ruined, and my hands were ruined, and my face. Believe it or not, I looked uglier than I am now because my face was all swollen. I know it's hard to believe, but that was my biggest win, because I was the most proud of myself for digging in and keeping at it, even though the guy was tough.
Who's the biggest fighter you've ever had a fight against?
The biggest fighter, I've trained with, obviously, Paddy. He's probably the biggest, isn't he? Second biggest was a guy called Diego Lopez. He fought on the weekend in the main event. Diego Lopez? Trained with him in Las Vegas. That was cool. Super nice guy. And then apart from that was probably Gilbert Burns. Do you know Gilbert Burns? Fought Kamaru Usman, fought Khamzat Chimaev. Joe Khamzat Chimaev, fought him. Had a war with him.
Do you get nervous before competing, even now?
Every single time. Every time. I am terrified. Been a few times, but in your head, you're like, should I fake an injury here so they have to call the fight off, and that, like, every time. And every time I'm walking out, I'm always like, oh God, you just have to pretend you're not nervous, you know what I mean? It's hard, but like that's what everyone does. Anyone who says they're not nervous, they're lying. You're all nervous. You're going to fight someone, and all your mates are there, and you've sold tickets, and everyone's watching. It's horrible, but like when you're in there, when it started and you're in the moment, it's so good. It's worth the nerves. It's worth going through it all and going through all that scary moments to get to the cage and do the business.
Is fighting in the gym the same as fighting in a competition?
Probably not, no. I feel like in the gym it's your mates, isn't it? And you're all like, you all know you're there for a reason of like get better and, all get into your fights in one piece. But when you're in the cage, it's different because you know that they're trying to hurt you, you know what I mean? You're trying to hurt them, and the pressure's on, because in the gym the result doesn't really matter, does it? But in the cage on the night, the result's the most important thing. So it's definitely harder, and it's definitely more nerve-wracking. But it goes fast. You don't remember half the time because you're adrenaline. It's like, wow, what's going on? And then afterwards, someone goes, oh, I remember that shot you landed, and you're like, I can't even remember where I was. I'm just there now.
Do you have to control your emotions when you fight?
Yeah, definitely. If you get too angry, I used to get too aggressive, and just run at people and just be like, it's like when a dog chases you down a path. I was like, running at people in the cage. But now I'm calm, because my coach used to shout at me because I get too aggressive and try and kill everyone. So now I'm calm, collected, controlled aggression. And it is important, because if you go too wild, you're not thinking straight, you know what I mean? You're not making the right decisions. It's like anything. If you get that your emotions take over, it's not you, is it? You're not using your brain.
What's your favourite food?
My favourite food, I like Chinese takeaways, But I'm bad, mate. I proper over order. So I'll have like starters, like ribs and a main, and making sure someone else orders something that I want as well. And I always end up with too much food. I'm bad for it. I told you I'm fat. When I finish training, I swear to God, come and find me. In 10 years, I'll be so fat.
What's your favourite sport to watch other than UFC?
Football. I love going to Liverpool game. Are you Liverpool fans?
Yeah.
Liverpool fans. Yeah, I love going to Liverpool game. So good.
But do you rather early mornings or late nights fighting?
Fighting late nights. I can't get up in the morning, mate. I'm so like, oh. Like, I do my best training at night, I feel like. Sometimes I'm like running at 1 a.m, just like thinking about mad things, thinking about winning fights. But like early in the morning, I'm like sluggish and slow. But everyone's different, are they? Do you like early mornings? No, like nighttime do it better.
Yeah.
What about you? Like early mornings?
No, late nights.
Late nights, yeah, it's well better, isn't it? It's so hard to get up in the morning.
Especially for swimming and all that.
Oh yeah, we don't want to go, do you? So you're just like,
Yeah, I might have the right structure to be a fighter.
Stand up, let's have a look. Yeah, how old are you?
10.
10. Definitely. Got the long arms, the jab. Do you know what Muhammad Ali is? seeing this jab, that'll be you. Do you want to be a fighter?
Yeah.
Do you? Do you do any training?
Nah, I
Not
do
yet.
footy.
Footy.
Footy player or a fighting.
Who'd you play for now?
Team called Stanfield
Okay, what position do you play?
in defence.
Yeah, I play defence. Maybe that's what you need to do to be a fighter, play defence.
I play defence as well.
Oh my God, we're all three of us going to be fighters then. I'll be a footy player, you two can be fighters.
If a young person loves watching MMA but isn't allowed to train yet, what would you say to them?
I'd just say you've got to listen to your mum and dad, haven't you, if you're not allowed to train yet. Because it is what it is. It's not that important. You don't need to do everything right now. That was what I used to think as a kid, that like, oh, I've got to be like playing for Liverpool now, or I've got to be doing this now. We've got loads of time. So I mean, the main things you can do, the hardest things to do as fighting is stay fit, eat well, sleep well,
Train.
train. And if you can, whatever you can do, staying fit, training, eating well, sleeping well, you're basically already there. If you can do that for as long as you can, and then when the time comes that you're allowed to start training for fighting, then you start.
Do you ever feel like I'm not training?
Yeah, all the time, to be honest. Like, but you say don't need that, like, discipline overrides motivation. So like over years and years, I've always stayed disciplined, and it'd be the same. Like some days you don't want to play footy, some days you don't want to do this, don't want to do that, but you know you've got to do it, don't you? That's what it is for me. It's like, I'm sore today, or my mates are doing this, I want to do that, or my mates are going on holiday, or I want to go on holiday, but you can't. You just have to stick to the path. It's like the long road's always like the hardest one, isn't it? But it'll have the biggest payoff in the end. So all the time.
Are there any fighters who you really admire and you watched when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, George St. Pierre, he was one. Michael Bisping, he's only from Manchester, so he's not too far from here. He was one I really used to like. He was like the first like English star in the UFC.
Or even now?
Even now, there's loads, take inspiration from loads of people. I like Islam Makhachev. I like him. I like Merab. I like Tom Aspinall. There's loads of guys. I feel like you can take inspiration, little bits of inspiration from everyone, can't you? Take a little bit of motivation from everyone. I feel like you get the full package then, don't you, of full motivation and full inspiration package.
So, about discipline. Why would you need discipline in MMA?
Because it's so hard and it's so competitive. If I only want to train once a week and train an hour a day, and don't do me running, don't do me conditioning, don't do me lifting, but you're at it all day, every day, that's going to get found out in the competition, isn't it? If you're training, you're doing your lifting, you're doing your running, you're fit, you're strong and you're in shape, and I'm half-arsing it, I'm going to find out on fight night. And the problem is with MMA, when you find out in a bad way. End up with your nose on this side of your face. And all your mates going, oh, that was nasty, wasn't it? So you need to stay disciplined, otherwise you're going to get it when it comes to fight night. And it's not good, believe me.
You said your long-term goal is to become a UFC champion. What does training like a champion actually mean to you?
I think it's just giving your all. Like, if you listen to any champion, all they do is just give their all, no matter the circumstances. And it's easy to feel sorry for yourself, isn't it? Like, we've all had them moments, haven't we, where like, oh, I feel tired today, or I've got a cold, or I've twisted my sock, or whatever, or, you know, we've all had bad excuses, haven't we? But I feel like champions, you just do it regardless, don't they? And that's why they're the best and they're the top of the world. So I feel like if I can do that and just give me all every day from now until I'm finished, how can I not achieve something? I'm going to get somewhere, aren't I?
Yeah, I mean, have you ever been scared of a fighter you're fighting against? Yeah,
loads of times. Fought like guys from like Romania and stuff, and they look even uglier than me. And so yeah, it's tough. Yeah, you know they're going to be good. You get to watch them fight, you know what I mean? Before you get in there, you search people on YouTube and watch their all fights. And some of them have got like nasty knockouts, or like they've cut people with big elbows, or need someone's kite off and they've teeth flying everywhere, and you're thinking, shit, that's going to be me. But you've got to just get it done anyway. I feel like that's where you get the most gains, though, isn't it? Being scared of something but doing it anyway. That's where like the real, like, the grit comes in.
You know, the way your quickest fight was the one that you... Is there any fight quicker than the 15-second knockout?
For me, or just in general?
You.
For me, no, that's my quickest. Yeah, and I was made up, in and out. I was like, oh, thank God that was over. But yeah, 15 seconds, that's my record. I tried to beat it. I nearly got a 5-second one. I dropped some lad in 5 seconds. I was like, oh, and then it wasn't over. It carried on fighting. But for a split second, I thought I'd done it.
What rules do you have to follow in MMA and why are they important?
There's no poking people in the eyes, no biting.
I've seen poking in the eye.
Yeah, it's not allowed though, is it? It's like footy, you can't 2-foot tackle, but it doesn't mean you still don't see it, does it? But there's no punching people in the back of the head. There's no kicking people in the head while on the ground or kneeing people in the head while on the ground. But it's good, isn't it? Because it means you've got an established rules and you're all on a fair playing field, aren't you? And it takes it from like being a fight with no rules in a car park to like a real sport. And as long as you know it, but the rules are also good as well, because if you know what rules you're playing by, you can use tactics within them rules to optimize, can't you, to get the best results. So it's important to know the rules so that you can use them to your advantage.
Is it true you started training properly when you were 15? What do you remember about your first sessions?
Oh yeah, 15 was when I started. I remember like my first day. I went after school with my mate. We were we got I was selling sweets in school to get to train because my mum wouldn't give me no money because she wouldn't let me train. So I had to sell sweets in school and get the money, and we used that to get to train in our school uniforms to this gym. And it was full of lads who were like 24 and 30. They were well older than us. And I think we were kickboxing or something. And all I remember was just getting battered. I had braces in my mouth as well at that time. And I remember just picking my lips out my braces because I didn't have a gum shield or anything. But I got absolutely filled in, but it was boss. It was so good. It was one of them where I thought I was dead hard. Thought I'm going to go in here and do well. And then I got battered so much. I was like, oh my God, I need to come in here every day. Because if someone can do that to me in here, they can do it to me anywhere.
Can do it to them, so.
If I need it. If you keep on training. But at that point, it was like, wow, I'm in a world of trouble if anyone tries to fight me here. So it was good. It was a good eye-opener.
What's your favourite part of training?
Just being probably being with the lads. That's a good part of it, you know what I mean? I get to see my mates every day. It's like being in school again. You don't realise how good school is when you go to school, until you leave. You leave school and you miss it. You get to see your mates every day. Well, I get to do that every day. To get to wake up and do what I love doing for a job. It's so sick.
What's the biggest lesson fighting has taught you so far?
Probably just to believe in myself. I feel like you can do anything as long as you believe in yourself. I used to think that when I was younger, I can't do that because of this, or I can't do this because of that. And through fighting, I found that you can do anything. I truly know that I could do any job, do any sport, do anything. But if you've got belief and you're willing to give it all, you learn that through fighting. If you give it all, you will get the payoff.
Are there any fighters whose mindset or work ethic you really admire?
I like Marab. He just works hard. There's a funny story that he won the belt in the UFC and someone knocked on his house the next morning to congratulate him, but he was out running, so couldn't find him. He'd gone out running. He won the belt. He'd done everything I'd need done. He's reached the pinnacle, but he's still out running because he was like, oh well, I need to stay fit. And I love that because it's just the epitome of getting good at fighting or getting good at anything, that it's just never over and you've never done enough. You can always do more. And I like that. He just goes all out all the time. And I feel like that's the type of person I want to be.
You said that you've lived on this lifestyle for years out of pure obsession with the sport. What keeps that obsession alive, especially on the hard days?
Do you know what? I don't know. I think it's just you can't really pick what you're going to become obsessed with. Some people are obsessed with painting, aren't they? And I couldn't be, or gardening or something mad. And I think, wow, how I get obsessed with gardening? But you do. I don't think you can choose what you're going to get obsessed with. And I just got obsessed with fighting, and it's just been something that's been stuck in my head ever since. And it's like, I have these like thoughts of like being 50 and like and looking back on my career and thinking, wow, I didn't give it my all there. And like the thought of that makes me feel sick. So from that, even on my bad days, I'm just like, you've still got to give it your all, because one day you're going to wake up and you're not going to have the opportunity to give it your all anymore. It's all going to be over. And it's like anything, got to just be able to like be coachable, listen to the advice, and just give it your all. That's three. It's that easy. It's actually easy to be good at fighting. You've got to be coachable, listen, and give it your all. And if you do that, you're going to be good.
Do you ever feel pressure from being the one everyone talks about? Does it push you to work harder?
Yeah, I think you can feel pressure. It's always hard when people are talking about it, isn't it? Like, whether it be good or bad. But I feel like anytime anyone's talking about it, it means you're doing something, aren't you? I'd rather be the person people are talking about, good or bad, than the person that no one even talks about, because it means you're doing nothing. And it just depends what you let it do. If you let it affect you, and you let it affect you negatively, that's on you, isn't it? But you've got to use everything as fuel to push you forward. And negative talk or positive talk, as long as you use it in a positive way, it's all good, isn't it? It's all good fuel for the fire.
Have you ever used your boxing skills in the gym or in the outside of the ring?
No, I don't like to use my skills outside of the ring. I feel like it's I do it for a sport, you know what I mean? I like competition, I like winning, and I feel like if you use it outside of the gym, outside of competition, I'm just gonna ruin my career before it's even started. If I go and have a fight with someone, I might get a criminal record. That means I can't go to America. That means if I can't go to America, the UFC won't want me. And then it's like, what's the point of doing it all if you can't reach the pinnacle? It's just but that's like, it's like controlling your emotions in the cage, controlling your emotions outside the cage, isn't it? It's important to do the right thing, and then the good things will happen to you if you do the right thing.
How would you give someone advice if they didn't know how to do it?
Advice about what? Like
How to fight.
How to fight, and just avoid it. It's never worth it. If you're thinking about fighting just in a normal situation, it's probably never worth it. Like, you can always avoid it, and there's always better things to do. At the end of the day, you don't want to get hurt or hurt someone else. Like, you can cause real problems for yourself, and stuff that happens even at your age now can affect you for the rest of your life. And I'm so grateful that I didn't do anything bad when I was a kid, because you see it now. There's guys who are like in the 30s and coming into the prime for sports, but they've had criminal records from when they're like 16 or younger, and they can't get into America. And it's like, imagine that for something you've done when you're a kid, it ruins your life when you're older. It's so important to just try and stay away. Keep you cool, man. Definitely stay away from all that. What would you give me? What advice would you give me?
I don't know. You're
No advice. What do you mean I'm older?
You've had more of a life.
I haven't. I'm not that old. I'm young, really. Say, like, people are scared to start stuff. And I always think that, like, it's a mad one, that, because if you're, like, how old are you two?
10.
10. Both 10. So you think, like, 10. Say if you were just starting now and think, oh, other people started whatever, if it's trampolining or gymnastics or whatever, painting, or they all started when they were 8, so I'm too late. At the end of the day, you're both going to be 20 one day, you're both going to be 30 one day. You can either be 20 and 30 when you started when you're 10, or you can just not do it and give up and think, I'll never be good at that. But you're still going to be 20 anyway, and just you never took that risk and never got good at something. I feel like anything, you can do anything, you can start at any time. You've got to just be willing to go for it now. So anything you want to do in life, just go for it, because at the end of the day, we're all gonna be old men one day, aren't we? And you'd rather be an old man and look back and go, do you know what, I gave that a go and I gave him my all. Whether it works or it doesn't, at least you can sit back and go, do you know what, I wasn't scared to give him my all there. Nice one for having me, boys. Been a pleasure.